Home prices is gonna skyrocket this spring. In this video, I'm gonna talk to you about my opinion on what's going on with the real estate market and why I made that profound statement. Now, I want you to understand, I get a lot of resources from a lot of people. First, I get it from my real-time multiple listing service in the Seattle area. I see what's happening in real time, and the media don't even see that until something in the multiple listing service get published, and then the media catch on. By that time, it's already too late. It's already happened already. I got investor friends from single family to multifamily, institutional friends all across the United States. And what they're telling me, I'm gonna talk to you guys about three things today. Number one, what's happening in the real estate market right now. Number two, what's going on with the inventory. And then number three, this video that Barbara Corkin talked about on what her thoughts about the real estate market. So we got a lot to discuss. Let's dive in. Let's roll. Let's talk about the real estate market. What's happening right now? And this is a very interesting I want to talk to you guys about because I shared this before, but I'm going to share with you guys this clock. And also I want to talk to you guys a little bit again about this 10-year cycle. Right now, if you look at the clock, at 12 o'clock on top it says rising real estate. At 1 o'clock it says rising interest rate. At 2 o'clock, falling share prices. At 3 o'clock, falling commodity price, and then followed by falling overseas reserve, rising unemployment, and at 6 o'clock, falling real estate. At 7 o'clock, falling interest rate, and then at 8 o'clock, rising share price, and then rising commodity price, rising overseas reserve, and 11 o'clock, easier money, and at 12 o'clock, rising real estate all over again. So here's my question for everyone. I want you to think about this for a second, okay? Where do you think we're at on this clock right now? And, do me a favor, put in the comment where you guys think we are on the clock right now. Let's discuss this. In the last quarter of 2023, when I asked this same question to a lot of my Springboard students, we had a lot of people saying anywhere between, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, and 5 o'clock. And there's no right or wrong answer, you guys, okay? But we were somewhere between falling commodity price, falling overseas, and rising unemployment. No question about that in the last quarter, okay? And obviously we came from rising interest rate, which is 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, and at the last quarter of last year, we were somewhere between 3 o'clock and 5 o'clock. I was gonna say something. This clock, I got this clock from some of my friends who work at Wall Street doing hedge funds, okay? They know who actually gave me this clock, okay? So I want you to know I didn't make this stuff up, okay? But I want you to think about it now. We right now, in my opinion, based on what I see in the multiple listing service right now out of this Seattle market, in Seattle market right now, we follow the California market. Some people follow the Seattle market, but I can tell you right now that we are at somewhere around 7 o'clock right now, falling interest rate. You guys remember? It wasn't too long ago. We was at damn 8% interest rate. Damn! We're somewhere right now in the low 7 or high 6 right now on a 30-year fix right now, okay? I hear it's gonna continue to drop more and more all the way to 2005. But right now, we are at basically falling interest rate. And if this thing continues to keep going, what's gonna happen is 8 o'clock, we're gonna have rising share prices, and then you're gonna have rising commodity prices, rising reserve, and then the money. At 11 o'clock, it's gonna get more easier, right, to get money. They're gonna get better term. Right now, they're only doing 75% loan to value. When the market was, hot, they were giving out money like easy money. They was giving up 70 to 80% loan to value, you guys, okay? When you're refinancing your property. And they was giving away, like you could refinance your property within 6 months or sooner if you're fixing the property and burn it. But now it's 12 months. So, when the market get tough, they tighten up, the parameter, but the market get better, they let go more and more and more. So I see that the money is gonna get easier and easier, probably more towards, end of this year, beginning of 2025. As the money get easier, you're gonna get that 12 o'clock, and basically the prices is gonna start slowly rising more and more and more. I think in 2025, right, prices is gonna start going rapidly. But I also can see prices are slowly creeping up right now. And I think by this summer, right, going toward the end of this year, you're gonna see easy, probably a 10% or more in increase in prices this year. And then it's gonna continue to keep doing that in 2025. So this is why I say, if you're thinking about buying, buy now. Because rates right now are still relatively higher than in the past, but definitely a lot lower than 8%. And the experienced investor and experienced buyer, they go in and they buy in now because they know that when rates going to continue to keep dropping lower and lower, you're going to get more competition because buyers are going to come back on the market. So if you buy now, you could always refinance the property in 2025, but you also gain on the appreciation now in 2025 because more buyers come on the market, prices are going to continue to rise. So if you buy now, by 2025, you're going to instantly have sweat equity already in your property. And this is what's happening. And this is what people like me and a lot of advanced investors or people that know and understand that they're buying home now. Let me shift gear. Let me talk about this 10-year cycle. You got to hear me talk about it a lot, okay? But this go hand in hand with the clock, okay? Historically, every 10 year, the market, rises. And then every 2 year, it corrects. If you look at historically, okay, in the past, the real estate markets have done that. Every 10 years, and then it corrects itself. Every 10 years, it corrects itself. And so right now, we were somewhere in the 21, 22, you know what I mean? Where we literally almost hit the peak, pretty much was at the peak. And then right now, 22, 23, and some 24 right now, we're at the bottom of the market again. We're slowly now coming out of this hole right now, okay? So if that's the case and history repeats itself, if we get out of this hole, that means that we're going to get another 10-year run again like the past. And if that's so, if you bought a house again, let's say for $700,000 right now, 10 years from now, if history repeats itself, it would double to $1.4 million. And this is this 10-year cycle is saying. So this 10-year cycle on the clock is going hand by hand right now because as rates go down, people's going to start buying. So if people start buying, we're going to start seeing the rises, right? Again, the 10-year cycle. So I think, again, we are now at the bottom of the market and rates start to continue to drop. And when rates drop, it's going to spike up the prices and people are going to jump in and start basically buying, compete against each other, driving the price back up. And we're going to have another 10-year run. So if you're going to buy, you guys, buy now. You can always refinance in 2025 when the rates come back down. Let's talk about inventory and why we are here where we are right now. There's a lot of things that goes into this, all right? So I'm going to talk to you guys a couple of different things, okay? First, I want to talk to you guys about it depends on what article and what news you listen to right now, okay? I hear that right now we are anywhere from 4 million to 5.5 million up to 8 million home shortage. The population growth right now is growing massively fast, and we're not producing enough housing to catch up with the population. And so right now, all across America, they're saying right now we're anywhere between 4 to 8 million home shortage, and we can't build fast enough. So that right there is an issue. And even though its interest rate has been high, what's crazy is, which is hard to imagine, okay, that at interest rates in the 7.5, there's still people out there buying and gobbling up all the low inventory that we have. I mean, we don't have a lot of inventory, but even whatever inventory we got, people are still buying them at 7.5% here recently. Even at 8%, they're buying. And the reason why, if you get a job transfer, let's say from wherever you're from, moving to wherever you're from, you get a job transfer, you're gonna have to buy no matter what, whatever interest rate is. But people realize they can refinance later, okay? People are buying every day. If they're investors, they buy it. If the number makes sense, if they can make it cash flow, they're gonna buy and they're gonna keep the property and then make it cash flow, depending on how much money you put down. I'm buying right now, even though interest rate is high, but I put enough money down, I get a good deal, you know what I mean, where it will cash flow. So there's people out there buying and they gobbling up on inventory, which why the prices is continuing to slowly keep going up. But wait until when the rates drop, okay, and more buyers come on the market, we are going to get a serious spike in price. And if the inventory don't increase, we're gonna have a major problem, okay? In 2005, we had the highest home being built, okay, per year, which is over 2 million home, literally, in 1 year. And then what happened was it started going down. 2006, 7, 8, 9, it started going down. Less and less home, less and less builders out there building, because that's when the major correction was. You guys remember that in 2008, 2009? So builder was basically like, hold up, I'm not building anymore, right? Right now, money is hard to get. You know, it's taking forever to get supplies. You know what I mean? It just costs a lot more during that time, and the market was going down. So builders was basically pulling the throttle back, and they wasn't building. So we went from 2 million homes being built a year in 2009, which was the lowest. We only had 554,000 homes built in 1 year. That's a massive drop in new construction. And then from there, they slowly go up on building a little more. But then we ran into basically, you know, COVID. And so we didn't have a spike on build new construction. If we went from low at 554 to 2021, right, to like 1.6 million, which is still way below our 2.1 million homes that we built per year. So this was a big problem why we can't have enough inventory, because the builder, they're not building fast enough because of what the market we came out of, the COVID we came out of. And this is why we're in this situation right now. And then to make it worse, right? Interest rate drop. People was refinancing their home, getting like 2.99. And those folks right there ain't moving. They're like, why should I move at 2.99 when interest rate is at 6, 7, and 8%? As much as they want to sell their small house or their house and they want to get into a better school district, or they want to get a bigger house for themselves. You know what people are saying when I talk to them? You know what? It's not that important yet. I want to get a nicer house. I want to get into a better school district for my kids, but it's not as important yet. So these folks right now, they're waiting until in my opinion, if they got a 3% interest rate, they probably wait until they get into probably the high 4, low 5, which they say where we're going to be at sometime in 2025, for another 1 to 2% or 2.5% more than what they had at 3%, they will make the move to get a better house, and they'll make the move to get a better school district for their kids. But right now, it's not worth it for them, right? If they got a 3%, they probably wait till they get to 5 before they make the move. And tell those folks, which plays right now over probably 60 or 70%, right now, I heard, they play 60 or 70% of the people out there that own houses that have 3%. Those folks are not going to sell and upgrade until rates go down. So we got a big bulk of people that ain't even selling. We can't build enough home fast enough. And this is the problem. This is the bottleneck we're in right now. And that's why I'm saying, if you own real estate, you guys, right now, like me and all my real estate investor friends, inventory is going to be tight like this for a long time, because we're 8 million homes short, they say, as high as 8 million. That means if you own real estate, the price is going to continue to keep rising. If you're thinking about buying, you better jump in sooner than later before prices is going to keep rising. You're going to pay more for the property, what you shouldn't have when you buy now. All right, let's talk about Barbara's video. When you guys get a moment, go check it out. And then I'm also going to talk about this lady Susan's video also, okay? She's from the Walden University, and she talked about the real estate market. So, Barbara, what she's saying is, I agree with her on this, that right now, interest rate has been falling from 8% and is now in the high 6. She says, if interest rate drop another 1%, all fucking hell will break loose, and the press will go crazy and start talking about that shit. The press will go crazy to talk about it. And you know what happens when the press go crazy to talk about it, right? And all of a sudden the buyer, oh my God, we better hurry up and start buying, because rates is dropping. More buyers are basically start buying, we're gonna compete. And what's gonna happen? All hell is gonna break loose, and you're gonna have a freaking dam that's gonna break, and all the buyer is gonna come rushing into the fucking field, and they're gonna start buying real estate. I don't know, you gotta remember, it doesn't feel like that long ago when you see a house hit the MLS, and you're like, oh my God, how just hit the MLS? Let's go look at it. You run over there, you look at the property, I like it. Hello, Mr. Listing Agent. I got a buyer that's interested in property. How many offers we got? We got about 20 offer. What? Yes, and if you're not gonna offer more than 100 grand over asking price, forget about it. And if you're not gonna offer 100 grand over asking price and waive the inspection, waive your financing contingency, buy the home as is, close early, pay all cash, you're not gonna have a chance, buddy. See you later. Get out of here. And that's what it was, you guys. It just seemed like not too long ago that happened. Barbara right now thinks the rate's gonna drop again another 1%. If we're in the high 6, it drop again, we're gonna be in the high 5. And if buyers start coming out, you guys, it's gonna happen again. I already see a little bit of that right now, depending on what market you're in, what product. But I can tell you, fixer-up property, All these investors that right now that's buying property that's on the MLS, all these investors are competing against each other right now, buying fixer-upper in right now the Seattle market. And I know when I talk to all my students across the United States that I mentor, it's happening all across the United States on fixer-up property, okay? Because investor right now know if they get a good deal now and they cash flow just a little bit, they don't care, they can refinance in the next 2 years when rates go down. So that market right now is already competing. There's certain price point right now that's getting multiple offer. But I can see in the next 12 months or sooner, if rates go down another 1%, maybe 1.5%, man, we're about to have a serious bidding war, chaos again. And this is why I think it's a good time to buy. And so Barbara talked a lot about that. Now let me talk about Susan. You get a chance to watch Susan's video, okay? Susan is saying that the inflation has continued to keep dropping and dropping and dropping and dropping, which I see that also, okay? I remember gas. You guys see all the video, I always pump gas in my car, right? For the fun of it. How much money is it gonna cost to fill my Lamborghini? How much money is it gonna cost to fill my Ferrari? I remember pumping gas and shit. It was like, damn, $7.50 a gallon? Damn! And now, the last time I put my Ferrari, it was $5.25. Holy moly, it dropped a lot, okay? And I see that happening. Also, Susan is saying that rates is continuing to drop. She says from June until end of the year, you're gonna see rates drop more and more and more. After the election, it's gonna continue to keep dropping. She think in 2025, we're gonna probably have rates somewhere in the high 4, low 5. High 4, low 5, damn! If that's the case, and we're at high 6, that's like almost damn 2% lower. If Barbara think 1% is gonna create a chaos with the press, well, imagine if it's 2% less what it is now. The goddamn chaos for all press, President of the United States, all gonna go crazy talking about this stuff. And guess what's gonna happen? Everybody, mom, aunt, cousin, people even got no money, is gonna try to figure out a way how to buy houses. And that's who you gotta compete against. And I remember, folks, what happened not too long ago, paying 25, 50, 100 grand. And I know houses in Seattle that people paid $1 million over asking price. And those are the people, hopefully they don't sell anytime soon because they will lose out because they paid too much for it. So you guys, here's my overall thing with Barbara and Susan. If you get a chance, buy now. Okay? If you're an investor, buy now. If you don't know what to do, or where to start investing, you gotta know, right? I have a company that's called Springboard to teach people how to invest in real estate. Hit me up, DM me, right? I'm happy to help you guys, okay? But take advantage. Make a commitment this year. If you're an investor or want to be an investor, make a commitment this year. By the end of this year, buy just one property, just one. If you buy just one property this year, buy one next year. If you buy one property minimum every year for the next 5 years, your life will change forever, 20, 30 years from now. Trust me, okay? I've been buying real estate since 1997, and I told myself, in 1997, I'm gonna commit to buy minimum of 2 rental every year, no matter what the market is doing. When the market is good, the market is low, whatever it is, money is tight, if I can just make it happen by 2 property minimum every year and do not skip a year, I'm gonna be taken care of for life. I've been buying 2 rental property every year since 1997. And now I'm still buying today. I already bought 4 already, and it's only right now April. Okay, so my goal right now is to buy a whole bunch of property because I know when more buyer comes in, this price is not gonna be there again. It's gonna keep going up and up and up and up, even for a major fixer. So I gotta buy now before the rest of the people come on the field because they're gonna compete against me. I ain't trying to compete against them. And I'm not worrying about it because I know everything I hear, rates are gonna drop down again in 2025. Plus I know the cycle, I know the clock, I know all that. And that's why I'm willing to buy now and refinance later. And if you're any bit want to really invest in real estate, okay, take advantage and buy now because all the sign is lining up that says do it now, otherwise you're gonna regret it. When the rates go down, media go crazy, everybody's trying to buy, and all of a sudden, who win? The seller's gonna get top dollar for the property, and buyer gotta compete to try to get any deal. And that is when you don't get a good deal anymore. So you're an investor, you buy when no one's buying. And that's the best time to buy, when no one else is buying. Right now, you guys, is the time to buy. Make a commitment, buy one house, minimum, every year for the next 5 years. You will thank me later, okay? So, That right there, you guys, are the 3 things I want to tell you why I believe that the housing prices is going to skyrocket this year, and they're going to continue to keep doing it in 2025 because of those 3 things right there, okay? So, that is a wrap for this video. If you guys like what I have to say, right, give me a thumbs up. If you have any thoughts, any question, put it in the comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this stuff. And if you haven't subscribed, right, hit the subscribe button for me, okay? We're trying to hit 1 million subscribers before the end of the year, all right? Please share this video with your friend if they're thinking of investing, okay? All right? And I'm here to always help you guys. If you guys want to, get into the real estate mentorship I have, information is below, all right? But until then, you guys, have a fantastic day and go buy your 1 property this year, all right? Peace.